I got this little sign right here. It says, "Don't be boring." Okay. And I've sprayed the fragrance on it. All right. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'm so glad that you're here. And today we're going to be talking about a fragrance, Creed's Aventus. Okay. And let me catch you up to speed if you're not into fragrances or if you just happened on this video. In the fragrance community, Creed's Aventus, it's infamous at this point. I mean, everybody knows about this fragrance or has smelled this fragrance or has smelled something like this fragrance. And if you're saying, but Travis, I haven't, no, wait, you probably have. There are so many clones of this on the market right now, and there's a very good chance that you have smelled Aventus or an Aventus clone at some point in the last, I'd probably say in the last 8 years, definitely in the last like 5 or 6 years, okay? Okay, so let's talk about the notes. What does Creed's Aventus even smell like? Well, I have it pulled up right here. And you get the pineapple, you get the bergamot, you get the black currant, apple. Middle notes are birch, patchouli, Moroccan jasmine, and rose. Base notes, we have musk, oak moss, ambergris, and vanilla. And something that I'll mention with this batch, I really noticed the vanilla more, which was kind of cool for the newer Creeds. I know people like to hate on them, but you definitely get that. I got that sporty vibe. You know, it almost reminded me of a lemon lime sort of Gatorade, but then it had the vanilla in there and some more sophisticated elements. So again, when I smelled this fragrance for the first time, really knocked my socks off, you guys. I was blown away. But Travis, does the fragrance last a long time? Does it last long enough? No, it doesn't last. But man, while it's there, it's great. You'll enjoy it. Okay, so I'm wearing a $600 Creed fragrance. Can you tell me that I smell good? No one is gonna know that you're wearing a $600, $500, whatever, how much it is. It's too much. People won't even care. It won't give you that much worth of compliments for every spray. Now, when we talk about Creed's Aventus, this is a fragrance that the first time I smelled it back in probably 2015, 2016, somewhere around there, I ordered decants of the most popular men's fragrances on the market, and I got Creed Aventus as a decant. And I remember the first time I smelled it, I was just like, whoa, mind blown. It had this like sporty, fresh, fruity vibe to it, and I just couldn't get enough of it. And I remember when I smelled that fragrance, it was just eye-opening because at that point I hadn't smelled a bunch. I was just starting my adventure. I wasn't even really starting then. I had just stumbled upon this fragrance because the internet led me there, because the popularity boosted up the algorithm and this fragrance was on a list and I ended up smelling it. And what I'll say is there are certain scents that when you smell them, you're kind of ruined for other things. And not to hype up Creed any more than they already are, but for me personally, at that time, when I smelled this fragrance, 5-6 years ago, however long it was, it impressed me so much that I'm sharing the story with you guys today. Now, fast forward to the conversation about Creed Aventus. There's so many clones on the market. You can get Club de Nuit Intense Man, okay? You can get Mont Blanc Explorer. There's so many options, right? Why are we talking about Creed? Well, I'm talking about Creed because I got a decant from them and they sent it to me. But just to kind of open up this dialogue and share this story of a fragrance DNA that when I smelled it for the first time, it really opened my eyes. I don't know if I would go as far as change my life, because scents, but in a funny way, scents do touch that part of us, that core memory kind of vibe. So I don't know if I can legitimately justify calling smelling this fragrance like a life-changing moment, but it did spoil me for cheaper fragrances. That much is like 100% sure. Now, would I buy Creed Aventus in 2022? You know, it depends on what your fragrance goal is. If you're a collector, I mean, yeah, it's probably on your list and you're gonna go get it. Or you're off the hype train and you're like, no, I don't want anything to do with it because of, you know, the company changing and all of the stuff. Internet, I know, I understand. But you might have your reasons for not buying this fragrance, but if you're a fragrance collector, I mean, you know, it's probably on your list. If you're a casual fragrance person, no, don't. Go buy Mont Blanc Explorer. You'll be happy. You'll be happy. Just enjoy yourself, right? So that's what I'll say. Creed Aventus, I'm really glad I got my nose on it when I did. It kind of, you know, led me into becoming a fragrance aficionado. So for that reason, I appreciate it. Is it on the conversation in 2022? Should you buy it? I would just push you again to these inspired by versions of Creed's Aventus. Now, people say Scent of Peace smells like Aventus. I don't get that. It smells a little more watery to me. Doesn't have as much of a zip to it, a zing, as Aventus. So Scent of Peace by Bond Number 9, nah, not really. Mont Blanc Explorer, yeah, it has more vibes. You know, Cedrat Boise, you know, people said that does the Aventus thing. And I was kind of like, it might serve the same role, like, you know, as Aventus, but I wouldn't, nope, not the same. So that's the conversation about Creed Aventus. Do you like Creed Aventus? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the comments. Open up a discussion. But thank you guys for listening to my rant about this fragrance. And if you enjoy fragrance content, please subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my other videos. I would really appreciate it. It might be valuable to you if you're in the fragrance game. But thank you guys for watching today. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.